Welcome to the S.O.S podcast. This is episode number 1. I'm your host, along with these two fine gentlemen and Hans Bertansky. We got the Vanilla Gorilla, Carlos Villarreal.
Ooh.
Whoops. And I'm George,
the unicorn in human form.
There you go.
We got Hans Bertansky sitting there working the mic.
Tech genius.
Tech genius.
The wizard.
The guru.
You got all these nicknames already.
All of behind the work stuff that
yeah.
goes into this. So you've been a real big help with that, man.
Cool.
Well, welcome everybody to episode number 1. So, hopefully an episode of many to come in the future, right?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
We did a lot of prep work going into this, so it's a couple months in the making. So we're hoping to bring you the best quality podcast possible with our limited budget. So.
Very limited.
Very limited budget. So yeah. What's been going on? What's happening in the world this week, man?
Well, you guys hear about the attack on the U.S. Embassy? And
we're starting off with world affairs.
World affairs.
World
well,
War.
I mean, we're gonna knock out a little bit of current news, you know.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's all I heard. It was attacked, but we had those things blocking all the missiles. What are they called?
What are they?
You know what I'm talking about, right? Those guns, those anti-missile guns.
Oh, they let those off?
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 3 people
How
died,
come I didn't
including
even know?
a child. Sorry.
This is like major news.
It is major. Supposedly, we've been getting attacked for the last 2 years in retaliation for that Iran official that got bombed. Remember a couple years back?
Who do you know, George? This is a lot of information.
I don't know anybody.
He's like CNN.
CNN.
George is Q.
Oh, wow. That all happened throughout the day?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday and today.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about Russia with the cyber attacks. I mean, ever since the whole Trump situation where, hey, they messed with the voting, somewhere, Putin got in there. I'm always worried about them.
Yeah, somebody's browser history is going to get, leaked.
Oh.
Scary stuff.
I'm gonna hook in my computer later on today.
That's crazy.
Start scrubbing your browser history right away.
Right.
Hans, I'm bringing my laptops over by you. Take care of that for me.
So erase all that porn you've been watching?
I don't watch porn. I'm a married man.
Oh, he definitely watches porn.
I don't watch porn. Not me.
Big guy.
Not me. What are you talking about doing? What are you talking about, Carlos?
TV in the bedroom?
TV in the bedroom? Got it.
People are really against that.
TV's
I don't
have a TV in my bedroom.
Yeah, see, is that your own choice, or is that like something your wife was like, you know
It's
what? I don't
healthier
wanna...
not to.
You know what? She talked about putting like a smart TV in there, so she could watch her shows from right before she goes to bed from in there.
Right.
Me, I don't like having a TV in the room because
you don't like distractions. There you go.
For me, the TV, the room is like where I just go to sleep. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna watch TV, I'll go out to either the family room or to the living room or to the TV room. That's where I'll watch TV from, but not in my bedroom.
I like a TV.
It's healthier for you not to have one in your room.
That's what they say. That's what I hear.
Really?
Yeah, I agree.
But do you have a TV in your room? You do.
I was originally going to put a TV in my room.
Right.
I had it ready. I had the mountain ready and everything, and then I was just dragging ass, and then it's like time kind of went by, because me and my wife were both gonna put in a TV in our room, but then after a while we were just like, nah, let's not put a TV in the room. We're already looking at our phones in the bed, and it's just like, I'd rather just go to sleep as soon as I hit the bed.
Right.
Also, I'm an old man, so I just end up going to sleep a little early too. I'm in bed by 8:30 too.
They said that's bad anyway. Like if you're in the dark room and you're trying to sleep, and the light of the TV messes, you don't get a good sleep anyway with it. So that's another. Yeah, I thought about that too. That's why I never went ahead and put one in there. Yeah, we did.
You could just turn everything off when you're about to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, what if
it's
the
like
other
a
person
self-control thing?
But no.
Yeah, that's another thing. I know my wife would stay up longer than me to continue watching.
Right.
So then, yeah, I would not get a good sleep.
Same here. My wife would stay up longer than I would.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to battle the light. My sleep would have to battle with the light of the TV.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be treated more like a sanctuary, anyways.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like, that's where you go to decompress, relax.
Yeah.
That is my Zen spot.
And then you're supposed to be able to wind down from there.
Yeah.
With all that, what's happening on the TV, the light from the TV, the light from
Keeps
the
you
phone,
up.
keeps you up, all that blue light.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the cutoff time? Like, phone, like I don't know. I don't see how people could watch like the 9 o'clock news and like see what's going on. Like, if I would have watched like that, what you were talking about, the missiles before I went to go to bed, I don't think I'd be able to go to sleep.
Why?
Yeah, because just the thought about it. Like, even things happening, in
But-
Chicago, period.
They're happening.
They are happening. But I mean,
You don't want it. You don't want like
Yeah.
a catalyst to start like getting your brain going.
Yeah.
About it. Gotcha.
You're gonna wake up with a nightmare. Russia.
No, Putin.
checking my laptop, make sure nobody hacked it. But yeah, there's even like a cutoff time even for my phone. I have it. I put it away like around 8. How about you? Do you have that?
No, I'm in bed and I'm falling asleep while I'm I could be like playing
Because-
words with friends.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. Like
You
if
hit himself.
I start like my eyes are getting tired, I'm turning it off. I don't have like I'm not like I gotta stay up.
Right. How about you, Carlos?
I gotta stay up.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like a few more minutes of whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah,
And
sometimes you're watching something really interesting, you're on YouTube or
Yeah.
you're reading a fucking article or whatever it is, or looking through some Ukraine shit and you're like, God damn, what's gonna fucking happen?
See,
Then
something-
you're down a rabbit hole, you're
Yeah.
looking like, well, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen with the US if Russia does supposedly we're gonna intervene.
That's
And
what we have to do. We gotta stick our nose in everybody's fucking business.
Well, yeah, especially Russia's, right?
Yeah,
Jesus.
U.S. Even back in the Obama days, they couldn't stay in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. If there's something that interesting that I want to watch, or something that I want to read, my cutoff time's like 8 o'clock. I'll just save it for the next day to check up on it.
My thing is, I'm worried that I won't remember to check it.
Oh no,
And
I'll
I'll go.
remember. Yeah, I mean yeah.
So that's why I got to get it in now, and then eventually
Yeah.
fall asleep.
No, I usually remember if there's something that I want to watch that's interests me or read up on something.
How many hours a night do you sleep?
Probably. I try to get like 7 hours in if I could.
Yeah, I
A good
average
7.
6 to 7
Yeah.
daily. I cannot go over 7. Like I just physically can't.
Yeah, neither can I. I think I've been up since like 5 a.m. But I was, I feel pretty good.
I hope all this conversation about sleep doesn't put our audience to sleep.
Not either. I hope not either.
I'm sure it won't.
They're probably in bed right now watching this.
They're too busy laughing their asses off at us. with us, not at us.
Just change the channel already. That's enough. It's not. This show's not going to go anywhere.
Do you think that we're on the brink of another war because as a result of Ukraine and Russia?
Dude, I've been feeling like we're on the brink of another war since like Bush.
Yeah, but that.
I mean, that was
that's
a long time. But like,
Yeah, that
but
was-
even after.
You've been sitting on a brink feeling for. That
Yeah,
long?
just like how
He's been on
how
the edge
long,
of his seat.
How long have we been like hearing about the possibility of a third world war and the issues with Russia and China and then the trade disagreements and all these sanctions we put on everybody and
Yeah.
it's fucked up. Like we're just like it's they're playing like
I feel like the U.S. is like at a vulnerable state. You know what I mean? It's in like everybody's not seeing us like the power.
well, we're a fucking laughing stock.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they were saying we have to speed up the supply chain right now.
Right.
Because with everything backing up and people not getting the product, people aren't going to work, like that affects our power in the sense in that China is going to start running game on us a lot more.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to be super.
Look at how much shit we get made over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many people outsource all that? The sweatshops, little kids making
They're,
iPhones.
they're outworking us already.
Yeah.
And we're just collecting checks, laying back like it is nobody's business.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you think about it, like versus World War One and Two, where we were like there was a lot of patriotism back in the day, and everybody was gung ho. They were in the factories making missiles and fucking tanks and building all the stuff so the boys can go to war and invade and throw America down everybody's throat. Now it's not like that anymore. Everybody wants to sit back and relax, and the patriotism is kind of gone a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as gung ho as it was back in World War I and II. And as a result of that, you start to see some of these other foreign powers come to rise because they're just telling everybody, you have to do this. China makes their people be like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they throw the parades and they make them be patriotic for China. Same thing with Russia, and that's kind of more or less where we're starting to lose kind of our foothold, I think.
Go
Yeah.
communism.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Democracy
Could be.
makes people soft, I think, man. It makes the leaders a little soft.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hope you enjoy that borscht, boys.
Borscht.
So,
Yeah, dude. It's scary. Scary. Like, what could possibly happen? Hans, man. What you got to say about World War III, the possibilities?
The possibility of World War III, like, I don't know if there's gonna be a full out war. Like, I kind of feel like there's just gonna be like another Afghan war, maybe, like with Ukraine and everything. But I just kind of feel like, at least in my opinion, like I feel like it's another Cold War type thing that's going on, where it's like there's no direct conflict. It's just a pissing contest between everybody, just economically and even what's it called, just socially and politically. Just working powers against each other, because like Russia, I think, was like working Iran against us, and we're trying to work Ukraine against Russia. At least that's what it appears to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it's not like Russia's going to go on a full out war with us, or China's going to go on a full out war with us. It's
Right.
just,
But, like, what happens once we intervene with Ukraine getting, right?
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I kind of feel like, not to downplay what the Afghan war was,
Right.
but
Nothing happened. Like,
it's not like a full on conflict like World War II or the Vietnam War or something like that, where we're like directly intervening, like if that makes any sense.
True that.
what else we got on the docket?
Swetz and Steve hosting us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
That
to
was-
Swetz and
Shout out to
Steve.
Swetz and Steve.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you. Lots of fun being on there.
Whoops on
They
us.
had us on quite a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, they showed a lot of love and support
for sure.
for the show, and
doubt.
you know, hosted us, and you came away with a couple wins there, buddy. You know,
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I got to hang out on their podcast quite a few times. Yeah, I had to redeem myself from the cookie debacle of what was that? That was the Christmas episode.
I don't know why you kept eating that though. Like, you should have just stopped.
What?
You went in afterwards and like you were,
For the wing one?
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Those wings were delicious,
Yeah.
and I knew I had beat him already. But that wing had some meat on there and was calling to me. And I said, I want to eat that meat there.
Wait, where were the wings from?
They were
Wingstop.
from,
I funded the
Wingstop.
contest.
There you go. Wingstop is good.
Financial backer.
I funded that contest.
But yeah, man, they were good. And that Christmas episode, I thought I had them too. But those cookies that I had gotten for the contest were from Costco. They're the big cookies
Oh, shit.
with the chunks of chocolate. That's what got me. I got
See-
hung up on those chunks.
And what did
Chocolate chip.
What did Swetz have?
He had like the smaller. I don't know if they were the same size. Did you see the size of the cookie?
I didn't, and that's
I
where
think
that's
they
where the
made-
contest went
they,
wrong.
I
Yeah,
think they
same
were a
cookies.
little flatter because his were homemade oatmeal, where mine had like they had
More density.
more density, and yeah, it was like a kind of a small cake that I was eating. Like a
Yeah,
slice
dude,
of
I've
a
seen
cake.
those. They're really thick, man.
Yeah,
It's
and-
like confectioner sugar is like really sweet and
Yeah,
rich.
and I got what did he get? He got 7 on them.
I don't
or
know.
something. I had like
I-
6 and a
It was
half.
just a sad day for that.
But I had my I had a good plan because I was eating 2 at a time.
How'd you feel afterwards?
Afterwards, I felt like not that great after I ate those cookies.
How'd you feel?
That was
after the wing
that was
cut?
your only loss, right? Whoops.
Yeah, and it was by a small margin, but hey, the pumpkin pie eating contest was good. Thanksgiving episode that was good too.
All right,
That was good. I thoroughly enjoyed that
you
one.
won that one, no?
Yeah, but there was the controversy there was that I had too much crust left over. That's what it was. I ate it was almost half of a pumpkin pie, and I piled them up on top of each other, and I ate the whole
Jeez.
thing. But then when I picked up the plate to
Oh
show
my
them that I finished,
was a lot.
who called it that I had?
I didn't watch that episode,
I
but
think
just hearing
Steve.
about it.
I think
made me
Steve
sad.
goes, "There's still crumbs there," but it was a lot of crust.
I love pumpkin pie. I could knock out a half a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
but
real.
in the fashion that he did it, in the time frame that he did it in,
How long did it take you?
It was like not long.
you ate it within minutes.
Like in a minute or two. I had to.
Jesus.
Yeah, gotta do it for
It
the
was
podcast.
it was unexpected because I think I was only supposed to eat like along with him, but then somehow it turned into a contest, and then we ended up having it twice. I ate like a first piece in the beginning, and then it ended up being a really big second piece, and then hey,
Wouldn't it be great if we could solve all the world's problems
with an eating
with
contest.
an eating contest, like Ukraine and Russia just going in and
What would we eat?
just buy Putin and whoever fucking is overseeing Ukraine and
Goulash.
get them a bunch of hot ass Wingstop and say, hey, whoever finishes Ukraine, if you
Sounds
lose,
just like men.
if you lose, he's coming in,
Yeah.
he's entering. And
But
that's
yeah,
it.
big shout out to Swetz and Steve.
Bro.
I appreciate them. Thank
Nothing
you
but
so
love
much,
right there,
guys.
man.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, that was a
Also,
great.
funny show. You guys should definitely check it out. Swetz and Steve show. You can watch it on YouTube. Where else?
YouTube. I think
I just think YouTube.
They
Right.
do-
They got it on YouTube, and I think they got it on other spots. I don't know.
Facebook Live, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what
he
I
runs
heard.
live though, so
Well, yeah,
Check-
live
check
shows,
out
but
his
like his
channel.
archive shows is what I'm saying. I think he's got one other spot other than YouTube. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
we can
entirely
find
sure,
some.
but just go to YouTube, look up Swetz and Steve,
Swetz and Steve.
Yeah.
and
They live record. Lots of interaction. With the people logging in and
with the
chatting it up.
Yeah,
Super cool. Check it out.
good stuff.
Shout out Robert Riggy.
Robert Riggy.
Robert Riggy, my
What's up,
man.
man? Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Betty White, man. That was sad. That
You know
was,
she's from Oak
Betty
Park?
White was.
yeah.
I hate to say it, like I was more sad about Betty White than I was about Pop Saget.
I was sad.
I like
equally.
Pop Saget
Well,
for
both of
nostalgia, simply because what's it called?
Full House.
Yeah, Full House, America's Funniest Home Videos.
Half baked.
Yeah.
them. That was a great scene. And
Did you suck dick for weed? I
Legend.
used to suck dick
I
for
sucked
cocaine.
dick for crack. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
It was
what
like
he said.
cocaine or crack or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I can't say that I never have.
Tomorrow's a big celebration in Oak Park for Betty White. Kind of
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind driving through, checking it out.
Alright.
Actually,
Betty
Yeah, she
White's
is
got
from-
Betty White's got quite the career.
Because tomorrow's her birthday, isn't it?
No, her
no,
birthday
I
already
think they're
passed.
just making it the commemorative day for the
Oh,
township.
her birthday was when?
Let me double check.
Well, it was just like.
I know it was
within
like
the
probably
days.
about a week ago or so.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, within the last
Oh, wow.
4 or 5 days, I want to say.
Yeah, they're making a holiday for her, no?
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the
Like a Oak Park holiday.
yeah. Tomorrow's the big,
Oh,
the big shindig.
They're all gone. No more. There's no Golden Girls.
You know,
Yeah.
She's the last
this
Golden
might
Girl.
give up my age a little bit, but I remember like
Oh.
watching the Golden Girls when it wasn't in like syndication,
Mm-hmm.
and I could have swore because it was like three best friends and one the older lady was like was the mother of one of them.
Yeah,
So it was like
Blanche.
yeah, Blanche.
Blanche.
But I thought I remembered that Blanche was actually younger than them, and they made her look old with prosthetic. Did you ever read that, or did you ever? Yeah, it's something I just remembered from way back in the day. But I'm not that old, so
He's not that old.
I'm not that old.
I saw that they had a Golden Girl action figure, not action figures, but like I guess, like dolls or whatever, at Target. I thought about buying one.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Betty
This is
White
recently?
over the last like 2 years, like 2 years ago at Target.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I wonder why
I should have bought it. Would have been cool. Just
Imagine
because of the
if she
packaging.
would've-
commemorative set.
Yeah,
That'd be-
that was sweet.
That's funny though to see.
Imagine you walk into my house and there's fucking
He's
a
got
whole collection
he's got
of
the doll set, the doll.
Dude, we should throw that in the background. The Golden Girls collection
That's
right here in the
funny.
back. That'd be
That's
great.
funny.
And Carlos was right. Her birthday is coming up. She was born January 17th.
Yeah, I thought so. I
okay.
knew
What,
it.
what,
Yeah.
what would she have
So
made?
she'll be.
She would have
So
been
at the
100.
time when this show's released, she'll be born tomorrow. Her
She
birthday will
actually-
be tomorrow.
They had actually just done an article on her, like with her.
Yeah, they were about to celebrate her 100th birthday.
Yeah, she was. Oh, why was how does she do it? What does she do to keep so healthy? She went through a whole spiel and then she passed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Stroke.
Stroke at her.
Yeah, she got a stroke about a week before she passed away.
It was a good life, though. It was a good life.
80-year career for sure. Oak Park native apparently. Did not
Yeah.
know that. But 80-year career. She's got the Guinness World Record for longest TV career by a female entertainer.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh wow.
She's won 8 Emmys, 3 American Comedy Awards, 3 Screen Actor Guild Awards, and 1 Golden Globe.
Wow.
What's
Shout
the
out to
theme
Betty
song?
White.
Thank you for being my friend.
No,
right?
being a friend.
Being a friend?
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't play that in the background.
Yeah.
Been around the world and back again.
Wow.
She was also on the Mary
No,
Tyler
no,
Moore
no.
show.
The what?
Aside from Golden Girls and she was also on the
something else?
Mary Tyler Moore show.
Oh, that's way.
okay.
She caught flack. I read this about her. She caught flack for they canceled her show. She had like a variety show.
Yeah, Betty White show, I think it was.
Yeah, and because she gave a black artist at the time more screen time.
Mhm.
I forgot the gentleman's
What was
name.
that show on? Like,
She's
what was
like
the
a-
time?
It was
Inclusion pioneer.
yeah. She got a lot of flack in the South for
They
having
canceled her because of it. She got
pretty
canceled.
much. Yeah, she was literally the first person to be canceled for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Was that must have
No,
been
dude,
before?
that was way. You weren't even born yet. It was-
Oh, okay. Who was the artist or who was the actor?
Forget the guy's name.
Arthur Duncan
Okay.
on the Betty White show in 1954.
Oh yeah.
She had Arthur Duncan come on her show, and she was given a whole lot of shit for it, apparently.
Damn, my parents weren't even born.
Yeah, neither was mine.
Holy
Mine
shit.
was. When I was born.
Did she watch the show?
52.
Oh, I remember that episode.
What did the man?
She's in it.
Oh.
Background.
100 years. That's fucking.
I didn't think she was that old. I thought she was like in her like
She's
upper
99.
90s.
Just
I
imagine.
didn't know that.
I mean, you're not wrong, 99.
Yeah.
Damn near 10 decades
Yeah.
of history. I mean, you've seen multiple wars. I mean, we look at them talking about the potential one, but like all the different all the different time periods.
Yeah.
You know, all the assassinations, Kennedy, King, X, Reagan attempts. You know, like in watching the Bulls win 6 titles.
Repeat the three-peat.
I don't know.
All that.
Repeat the three.
Everything.
I remember when she was on Saturday Night Live with Jay-Z. I actually watched that episode a few weeks ago just for the hell of it. It's weird. It's crazy. It was a pretty good episode. He shouted her out.
Yeah.
I
What's
remember.
even, I mean, she had a really good long life. What's even sadder is that Saget passed untimely. So
Yeah,
he was,
he
young.
was-
He still had a.
He was
Who knows?
65?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
They did an autopsy, but it was
Like
they,
inconclusive.
inconclusive.
no-
I
no
think
foul
they're
play,
still
no-
they're still doing his autopsy, or they're still trying to figure out his cause of death.
Right, but it wasn't drugs or foul play. Right.
They definitely said not foul play, and I don't think they ruled out drugs, but I don't think it was
They
drugs.
said his left arm was like draped over him.
Yeah.
His left arm, yeah,
Like this?
yeah. When they found him, I don't. But I mean, in his autopsy, they would have. If it was like heart attack or something, they would have been able to see that right away, though.
Right.
But yeah, they don't know what happened.
Well, since the time of his death, I think when they said they were going to try to figure it out, I think it was going to take a couple of weeks anyway. And I think he just recently passed. I don't remember. It was like last week, probably.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel was close to him. He was crying when he mentioned his death.
really.
Yeah, he was crying.
Saget was a savage. His stand-up,
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
he was fucking savage.
Yeah, he died 5 days ago.
Yeah, and everybody that knew him said he was super sweet.
Yeah,
Really, just a really sweet guy.
like they said his stand-up, like, cause on like how you said he was like he was TV's dad, America's dad, and they always question like his stand-up, like why are you trying to why is your stand-up so like savage versus your
Yeah, it was a
your
stark
TV.
contrast versus what he.
yeah, and
portrayed
he
on
was like,
TV.
no, that's my
That's how he always
yeah,
was.
That's how I rolled, like
You-
I'm savage, I always thought he was really cool.
Sad.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
He had texted Chappelle. You
Really?
read that?
No,
He texted
What did
Chappelle
he say?
just before he passed. He was just saying hey, how you been, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Chappelle was busy and he never texted him back. And then he passed and he saw the text. He felt terrible.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else we got in the docket, Hans?
Can we go Chicago a little bit?
Sure. You want to talk about the CPS strike?
CPS.
Oh.
Lori Lightfoot.
She got cold.
near and dear to you. You're going out.
Lori
about
Littlefoot, Mayor Littlefoot.
Yeah, the lockout on the kids. Today was a big strike downtown.
Student walkout.
Yeah, like 20 high schools walked out because they don't feel safe. And my kids go to school. I see how it is. I question it too. How safe are they there? They're already short staffed in a lot of schools.
Do you think it has anything to do with the CDC bringing the quarantine time from 10 days to 5 days? Maybe.
I think that could be said through a lot of things, even with people who going to work at their jobs.
They're trying to push you back into the business, a lot.
So
they don't want to keep hurting the economy.
Apparently, day one. So January 3rd is when they went back to school, and that day, 422 students and 271 adults within the district were reported with COVID. So CTU voted January 4th to go remote. And instead of the district going with that, they decided to close.
Just close.
Yeah, they
in
response to it, instead of going remote, they just shut down completely.
Yeah, but then next
for how long? It was a few days, no?
A week.
Well, yeah,
almost a
I
week.
think
They went back to session this past Wednesday.
Was that a rumor that Lightfoot was locking them out of Google Classroom?
I
I heard that somewhere. So they would get back in school. She was against that.
While she was forcing their hand.
Yeah, hey, I want them, back in school already.
Well, she was probably catching a lot of heat from the White House too, because the White House is coming at her, saying they wanted all those kids back in school as well. They didn't want schools to be shut down again.
Yeah, Biden was trying to get them to, open businesses and all that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they don't want to stop anything anymore.
So in other states, people their kids are in school. Everybody's back rolling them.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think this was the
first case of school
closing down again.
But
down.
I've heard that districts in out in the suburbs, they closed down for 2 weeks once if they got too many cases, 1 or 2 weeks at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still doing that. I know last year they were doing that. At least last semester.
Does Pritzker still give his midday about the?
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't do that no more.
I haven't seen
I wonder if he gave
Stopped a long time ago.
He did. Yeah, I was wondering if he would get on and do something give a update on that, a midday update.
I think we're just at a point where you have to live with it now.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just gonna be like a flu now.
Right.
We're trying to incorporate it into our everyday lives. It was never gonna go anywhere. We were never gonna eliminate it.
Yeah.
This is the same way the flu, when the first flu arrived to the Americas, then Indians had to figure out how to live around it and be with it now. Because all these dirty Europeans came and fucked it up. But yeah, this is essentially that. So many 100 years later. So it's just you're gonna have to deal with it because they can't keep shutting everything down. It's bad for business. Companies aren't paying their employees anything for going out anymore.
Right.
Right.
Anybody could say you have Omicron. Anybody could say you're infected and then stay home because you're afraid to infect everybody else.
Yeah.
Unless blood's coming from everybody's eyes, you're working.
And for the record, it's Omicron, not Omarion. Just so you guys know. Omarion wants you to know he's an artist, not a
virus.
virus. This is actually a true story, by the way.
Yeah.
He came out and said that.
That's the only thing that's gone viral from him.
Can we want to talk Bears?
Sure.
Talk Bears?
Yeah,
we can talk Bears.
Let's talk the Bears.
Talk the Bears.
The Bears.
I should have worn my Bears jersey the other day.
Bears.
Little Blackhawks jersey, and there you go.
Have we had
Looks
any
good.
Bears pride
Thanks.
lately?
That is a cool jersey.
I'm gonna try to incorporate more jerseys into this show since we're Chicago standing out a little bit. Throw
All right, would you
throw
guys?
a little Chicago pride around?
Question: would you guys prefer to have at this point right now, if you had to be given a choice, would you get Nagy back or Parkey?
Nagy or who?
Parkey.
Nagy or Parkey?
The double doink.
Yeah.
Double
I have
doink.
Dude, are you
no
serious?
idea
You don't
what
know?
you're talking about.
Oh my god.
The field goal kicker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking blew it twice.
I'll take Parkey. I'll take Parkey.
Laces
Yeah.
out.
That's a couple of misses, and some big ones
Yeah,
versus a
not
lot of
6 years.
neglect.
Not 6 years of missing the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a lot of neglect and a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah.
But that win against the Lions though, on Thanksgiving.
That's what we're resting our hats on, huh?
I mean, what else is there?
There's not much.
Yeah, that was like what they say. That was our winning streak right there. Or no, we weren't on a winning streak.
No, we
hadn't been.
I think that was our first win, like
In
a
a
while.
we were on a losing streak.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you broke it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what broke.
Betting
It's a
man will
shittier
say it's a
team.
losing streak.
I mean, I want them to move to Arlington. I want a bigger stadium. I want something that's going to be a big draw because
Better
you
management.
figure right now, USL is just or not USL. Soldier Field is just it's pretty small. It's tight in there, and it's a good venue. Don't get me wrong. It's iconic in the right sense because you're right on the lake and all that.
Yeah.
But you gotta figure, it's the smallest stadium in the NFL right now in the league, and you look at some of these other big name teams, and Chicago is a big brand,
Yeah.
you know. And if you were to get new management, new GM, is it new GM and new head coach, right?
They're both gone.
Yeah, so you get new GM, new head coach, and then in a few years down the road, you get a big ass stadium, state of the art. You know, gambling's gonna be a big thing.
Because
All the development in the area, if they go to Arlington Heights, is gonna be a big thing. So
yeah.
it's gonna be a really big draw, especially because you're flying in through O'Hare, and then you get off the plane and you go and you find and hotels will be up, all kinds of things. So that area, if they are able to close that deal, from just a development standpoint, is gonna be huge. And then you figure with new management, and then I still got high hopes for Justin Fields. I think that's gonna be a good development for the quarterback, provided he gets the right coaching and the right management in the offices.
Yeah.
And then who else? I mean, they still need a lot more pieces for that team to work and go anywhere.
I think the last I heard that they signing a coach could be first over like a GM, because the new coach would, according to their like, the new coach would directly talk straight to the ownership, not to the GM. So I think they're going the way right now that the next GM would that they hire is going to be more working with the development of that stadium, the new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way they want to go. Because the Bears are like the only team that doesn't own the stadium. They don't own Soldier Field.
No, that belongs to
the
the
Park District owns Soldier Field.
that belongs to the city.
You know,
And then they got to fight to get playing time or to get practice time there.
Yeah, because they're using that
For other things,
yeah,
other
concerts and all
yeah.
sorts of
And
things.
so you figure you have access to your own, or what what should be your own stadium.
Yeah,
You know, and so there's just so much more. The thing is, like, they need a lot of financial help. It's a big undertaking.
yeah.
Because they're essentially buying out that racehorse or the racetrack,
Arlington racetrack.
and then building a whole new stadium. But I mean, you look at stadiums like
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? I
That's
think it's either the Charger Stadium or the Rams Stadium. The Rams.
Oh, what's the name of that stadium?
I don't know, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
huge, right?
They're like, yeah,
massive.
they look like little cities.
They're
Yeah.
you know, they're just so big.
Yeah.
And then there's that stadium in Las Vegas too for the Raiders. That's another awesome arena.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have something like that, man. 'Cause
That's newer, right?
yeah, all three of them. I mean, well, Dallas has been around already for.
I think
little
everybody,
bit.
yeah, the way Dallas, the Cowboy Stadium is built, like that jumbotron is like what is
biggest
it?
in the world.
The biggest in the world. So it's like now they gotta beat like all this next stadium's being built now. have to beat that stadium. But to begin with, that stadium's insane. You know.
Yeah.
It's just
So, well, hopefully the Bears get their act together. I mean, obviously they're not in the playoffs now, but we'll see
yeah.
where it's at. I mean, right now, all of the city of Chicago is looking at the Bulls, and it's been a little sketchy. It's been a little sketchy.
Well,
Let's
you
be
know,
real.
I mean, comparatively to other
Yeah,
years.
it's a little it's high hopes, but if you're gonna put the team in that category of the top contenders for the East versus like the Nets, the Sixers, the Bucks,
yeah.
you know, a fully staffed and healthy Miami Heat, you got a big undertaking, especially, you know, at the time of us recording right now, they're taking a shellacking from the Warriors right now, down by
Steph
25
Curry,
points, I think
Clay.
it was. Yeah, so, and you figure this is just, we got 5 more months of basketball, 4 more months of basketball?
Yeah.
So you got to get it together after the All-Star break and really start grinding it out and kind of getting a little bit more grit under you.
Building
Possibly a
more
big man, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need, right?
Well, I mean, we got Vucevic, and he's awesome. I mean, he's real versatile because he can slip out to the 3. He's got a good mid-range shot. The problem is we don't have a banger.
Like a power forward.
Yeah, you need like a strong banger. Somebody just like
Yeah.
almost the way that they needed a Rodman back in the day to kind of just take them over that edge where like, yeah, everybody else is really smooth with the ball. They got the good mid-range. They got the style. But they can still get pushed around a little bit because there's so much other size. And you need that one guy that's just like, this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
And he'll just go and kind of handle business for you.
Get that board.
Yeah, exactly.
Fight for that board.
Yeah, so
that
that's that one kind of piece that they need. And we'll see who they end up picking up from that before the trade deadline. Hopefully they make something. But hopefully we get Caruso back. Because did you know when Caruso was playing defense and he was healthy, the Bulls were 7th in the league defensively.
Yeah.
When he's not on the floor and he's been out since December 6th to 21st.
Dang.
Yeah.
So and he hasn't played. So you factor that into the losses of the Nets, a big team, and then even to some guys like the Warriors. And I think he's that guy that we're missing right now. Where it's like his defensive play puts him in a different category.
Yeah.
But he's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's that.
Definitely that.
And then baseball comes back, but we got some time for that.
Let's talk about Multiverse. Yeah.
whatever, I don't care.
Yeah,
Well, we got to talk a little about Disney. What Disney?
The Multiverse of Joe Rogan?
Dude, maybe in another universe he's still left.
He's
gone far right, dude. Like, I mean, before he was really kind of talking about the left more, but now he's.
I think it's just because like it.
It's the
I don't.
age,
It's the kind of, and maybe we lose people because I may say something, but I think we're going a little too far.
I agree.
And so we're losing a lot of people like that would want to support us in whatever, causes that we might have. I don't even know if I consider myself left. I mean, if the right makes a good point, I'm not gonna tell them that they're wrong.
Right,
out of spite, just because they're on that side doesn't mean that they don't have good points. So it's like I'm kind of more or less in the middle of the road, and
you're a centrist.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm more central minded. Maybe left leaning a little bit, but more central minded than anything.
Yeah, if there's not either side is perfect or right on every subject, but that's why this doesn't work so well.
I agree.
Like you said, democracy doesn't work so well sometimes because
it really doesn't.
It's either one way or the other with a lot of things, and then even when one half gets into office, or they have the numbers and power, for office or whatever legislation they hold.
They do things out of spite.
They do things out of spite. It gets real petty. They don't work with each other, and it's just like what happens to the patriotism.
Right.
The unification of this one country for everybody to prosper.
Yeah. Not
Not just evangelicals, not just Christians.
Right.
It should be everybody non-denominational and above.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. It's just that's why we lose in the long run, and that's why it's a sad thing. It's just very frustrating with politics. But yeah, I'm a centrist. Well, what is Rogan saying? That like
he's super he's pushing the anti-vax thing.
Yeah. He was quoted for saying that like if a 20-year-old asked if he should get vaccinated, he said no, you shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's a doctor. Like he's a doctor now. Like
Dr.
in his
Rogan.
head,
here's the thing though, like the monoclonal antibodies, he's taken all those,
right?
and he got better within days. Mm-hmm. Why isn't that? And this is my one thing that bothers me when he talks about it is just why. I mean, only you have access to that. Not the general public doesn't have access to this.
Exactly.
How does the general public get access to this? Mm-hmm. And if so, why don't we have it if it works? Mm-hmm. I just think that he's got a point. If I'll tell you what, if monoclonal antibodies were available before I got my vaccine, I would have went that route.
I gotcha.
I wouldn't have taken the vaccine. Vaccine makes me feel like shit every time I take it.
That's mostly any vaccine.
I just
you get a flu shot, you'll feel like
I don't like it. I hate it. But if I could have just taken that, but then you see all these celebrities, I take monoclonal antibodies. I'm good. I'm not gonna vax. Thanks a lot, asshole. I don't have that fucking option.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have that option. But good for you.
Singing its praises when we can't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, well, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. But yeah. So I mean, I get it. I'm a fan of the show. But yeah, if that's the only thing he's doing, I mean, he's got other things too, I guess. But I mean, if he's going too far right, do you think you stop listening to him?
I like it.
He's the biggest podcast.
He's entertaining.
Yeah.
He's got like a way of drawing people in.
11 million.
Like it or not, you're gonna sit there and listen to it.
But everybody goes on this show. He's not. I don't even think he's really far right because he's had so many different people on.
Yeah, but lately he's been having more people that just kind of support his mindset.
Same
his
thought.
Do you think that's because the other people that hear him don't want to go to his show, or because he's just handpicking those people?
I think he's handpicking. Because he was even talking about Tucker Carlson being inclusive and bringing anybody on the show, but then he's talking shit about these people and he's really just bringing up, like, he had a doctor on his show last time. I think he had he kind of
Sanjay Gupta.
No.
CNN?
No, this was after that. This was after that. This was recently.
I think Carlos likes just saying Sanjay Gupta.
It's a cool name, but he really was on the show.
It was a guy that created the mRNA kind of sequence for, I don't know, the precursors for the vaccines that we have right now.
Right.
And the guy is really mad at them because he feels like he's not being credited.
Oh, okay.
So he's like going against it too now.
And
he had him on the show because he's got the same mindset now. So I don't know. That's what I've been hearing. I mean, I read it, could be wrong. That's where I've seen it.
I read something about that. Where they say we're in the middle of a pandemic, but also in the middle of an infodemic.
Yeah,
really.
And
I think it's part of the problem is that like a lot of information is just being politicized.
Yeah.
Like the whole vaccination question should be a no-brainer in this day and age. Mm-hmm.
I'm of the same mindset.
Like I feel like the mask thing shouldn't be so divisive. Like it's a minor, at least the mask thing. Like besides vaccinations, like I don't think everybody should get a vaccination only because like there may be different reasons.
Right.
There may be different reasons outside of being suspect or anything like that. Like I'm talking about like allergies, reactions that they might have to the vaccine. Mm-hmm. I mean, children can't even, certain age groups of children can't even get vaccines at this moment. So
5 and under. I mean, under 5.
Yeah. So like, should everyone get the vaccine? To help each other? Sure, but
here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think. People are entitled to say what they want, but if you want the vaccine, get it. If you don't push it on me, kind of thing.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
people shouldn't hate somebody like, oh, I don't want them around because they haven't been vaccinated or whatever. Hey, it's their own choosing. Mm-hmm. You got vaccinated, fuck it. You're protected. Then who cares if they didn't? You know what I mean? But who knows?
Just because, the thing is, if not being vaccinated, if you don't have the access to monoclonal antibodies, but not being vaccinated puts the immune compromised at risk.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's the biggest issue for me. For people that have a heart transplant or kidney transplant and you're taking medication to
my mother-in-law was one
to keep your white blood cell count from rejecting whatever transplant you receive from somebody else, you are now more susceptible to getting sick. Whether that's Omicron, COVID, flu, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And so if you're doing it not just because you're protecting yourself, but you're also protecting the other people around you.
Right.
So that society can function in a certain manner.
That's why I think it's important too.
Yeah, that I think not a lot of people see it from that point. It's more of I guess a selfish reason. I guess they don't know what it's going to do to their body. What if we all transform? It's like, well, there's like how many million of people right now that have this fucking thing in them, and if that's the case, we're all going to go. So I find solace in that we're all going to at least go together if that's the case. But who's to say that if you didn't get vaccinated, that you may be the person to go?
Right. Because you could still get sick.
Yeah. But nevertheless, I mean, it's good points on both sides. I understand why some people wouldn't want to do it. I understand there's a lot of controversy in it. But, some of us are faced with decisions that we have no choice. I had to get vaccinated because of where I work. You have to get vaccinated probably because you work.
You
know?
in Chicago downtown, you can't go anywhere now without.
And speaking
showing
of
proof.
which, I find it crazy that in the sports industry, that Kyrie Irving can come to Chicago and play basketball. I like Kyrie, don't get me wrong. But he's a big proponent of not getting vaccinated. He's been sitting out of the league for so many months now. And the Nets say, we suck or we're not winning games right now. We need him back. If he doesn't want to get vaccinated, we'll pay whatever fine. You can't go into the United Center to go watch the game without a vaccination card.
But he was in there playing.
Yeah. Kyrie walks in and nothing.
It's because it's money, man.
Yeah, it's all money. So if you got the money for either monoclonal antibodies or you can, or you can handle the ball like none other, like some of the greats, you're okay. But I think it's highly. I think it's just such a
Hypocritical.
bad double standard that he could walk in the United Center and any other arena for that matter. Like they won't even put him in New York to play. He can't play home games, but he can possibly go and infect everybody else at their home stadiums.
That's crazy.
You know,
He's under like a strict quarantine though, right?
Whatever it is, I
he's
mean,
tested a lot.
He's probably tested like through the
daily,
roof all the time.
yeah.
But nevertheless, dude, like you got to figure. They don't give anybody else that pass except this guy so that they can make it to the playoffs.
Actually, I heard some soccer players were also under scrutiny for not being vaccinated and still being able to play, or not being even tested before the game and still being able to play.
There you go.
Yeah,
Money, man.
It's all about Wimbledon.
By the way, if you've lost a family member due to COVID, our condolences.
yeah,
Lost a family member. So.
yeah.
What's next, Disney?
Oh, Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be.
I heard it's gonna be insane.
Hey, Tom Cruise is gonna be in it. That's what they're saying. There's a rumor out there swirling around.
But he said he does, like, even isn't he even kind of talking that down, isn't he?
Well,
They all
they have
talk it
to.
down.
Look at
They
Andrew
all talk
Garfield.
it down.
Andrew Garfield was denying it
Do you believe
about
he's gonna really
being
be in it?
Yeah, I think.
Why
he's totally
didn't they
gonna
bring
be
him back Robert Downey?
Because he was gonna be. He was okay.
Died already.
Yeah, he died.
He's also very dead.
Second of all, he was up to playing Iron Man, but then they gave it to Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey
Now
Jr.
that we got this multiverse thing,
Right.
they're saying he's gonna be in it. I don't know if it's gonna be a cameo, right? But I do think he's gonna be in it.
I'm interested in like the other characters they're gonna introduce, because it could be possible X-Men showing up in there. The Fantastic Four might show up in there.
They're saying the Fantastic Four are gonna show
And there's
up.
somebody else that might another.
I hear that one of these movies is actually leading up to X-Men or Fantastic Four. I think it's X-Men.
Probably
Fantastic Four, definitely.
Probably 4.
Oh,
X-Men
no,
is
yeah,
better.
because I think it's going to be Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey, which is going to lead up to X-Men.
Oh shit, that would
That's
be
insane.
badass.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Supposedly, Professor Xavier's supposed to die. Like Patrick Stewart's Xavier's gonna die.
First,
Yeah,
Before
by
anything
the
happens.
Scarlet Witch, in the Multiverse of Madness, and that Hugh Jackman might make a brief appearance in there too.
well, didn't he already die by the hands of Jean Grey? None other than
Yeah, can Patrick Stewart catch a break? If that's true,
Poor guy.
they keep putting him through the ringer. He dies all
look
the
at
time.
Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sad. Seeing
Yeah.
him. Oh,
Yeah,
It's like
he's got
senile
dementia.
old man.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
know, he's getting wiped every other movie. Huh? Yeah, it's just, Patrick Stewart hasn't lasted more than 30 minutes in an X-Men movie. He's out every other time.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this movie though.
I want to see a
really
badass Cyclops, man. I mean, I love Wolverine. Wolverine was my favorite, but I don't think they did Cyclops.
They
justice.
haven't,
Not talking down on who played him.
There's been a couple of different actors.
No,
Hugh
it's the
Jackman?
same guy.
No, Cyclops.
It was like Scott or
Scott something.
No, something Marsden.
No,
James
it's-
Marsden. James Marsden.
Marsden.
Yeah, something.
Isn't that the guy from? He was in like the Sonic movie and all that.
Yeah.
Is that same guy?
Yeah. That Sonic movie. Has anybody seen that Sonic movie?
No.
I heard it was really good. I never saw it.
Terrible.
My kids loved it. I don't know.
Yeah.
My kids loved
Oh
it.
yeah, that's your first mistake. It's I was trying to sit through that the other day, and it's like no, there's some movies that just should not be
They're making them a second part now. It's like
I mean,
Apparently, yeah. I mean,
with Knuckles and Tails, Idris.
Hey,
Elba.
it's all money. Kyrie Irving can come to the United Center and play basketball without monoclonal antibodies or fucking vaccines. So
if they had to
it's all about
change,
money.
there's not good prospects for a movie. If they had to change how the character looked in the trailer
Oh yeah,
before the movie came out,
he looked like the little when the kid from Jumanji was turning into a monkey.
Yeah. And even that kid looked way better than some.
Right?
Yeah. So it was
practical effects.
But the Multiverse of Madness should be really, really fun to watch. They say it's supposed to blow Spider-Man out of the water.
I heard that too.
Which, by the way, I still haven't even seen Spider-Man in a full-fledged
me either.
Like, I watched the bootleg somewhere just trying to get see exactly what the hell happened. But I really missed putting the movies out direct to video on demand. I really wish they would have kept doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to the movies. I'll pay the $30.
Yeah.
That's not streaming anywhere? Is that streaming anywhere?
No,
Not
you
right
have to
now.
wait.
I
you
think
know?
Eternals barely came up on Disney.
Yeah,
Plus.
or at
I
least
watched it yesterday. Did you see it?
No, I haven't. yet.
Eternals. It was alright.
It's-
It was okay.
It didn't feel like a Marvel movie at all. It felt like a sci-fi epic, but not like a Marvel movie. It was
to me, it
strange.
just looked like a bunch of people in costumes around Mesopotamia.
There was a sex scene in it.
Just
It's
cosplay.
on Disney Plus. I mean, they're
Who
like
was it with?
thrusting and everything.
Who was it with?
Jon Snow?
No, not Jon Snow.
Who was it with?
His brother from the show that
Rob
one
Stark?
that died at the Rod Stark.
Oh,
Him and the
Angelina Jolie?
no, the Asian chick. His name is Icarus and her name is whatever the fucking name is, man. But they
the chick from the Red Wedding.
no
Oh.
no.
From
She
the
wasn't in
Eternals.
this. Yeah,
What's the name
Eternals.
of that character, Hans? From the Eternals, the girl.
Her name was.
James Marsden.
Her name's Cersei.
Cersei.
Cersei, like Jon Snow.
How ironic, yeah.
Yeah, how ironic.
Oh,
It just
wow.
felt like a Game of Thrones like callback.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I mean, with the
Were they
names
brother
of
and
the
sister
characters.
too, or?
Oh man, no, but they had the same dad. I guess you could say.
Did they really?
Well, not a dad. The creator.
Well, then
It was
wouldn't that make them
the
brothers?
Celestial made 'em both.
Yeah, that's about as Disney Plus
Yeah.
as you can get.
The
That's gonna get
Celestial
close
made them
to-
both.
yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, that's ancestral.
Hey, tell me there's not-
Ancestral is from a celestial.
Ancestral celestial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
Weird.
dude, it drew a lot of parallels, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
To Game of Thrones, it just felt like
Who's the villain in that movie?
Maybe that's why they picked up Star Wars, because of that little under the rug love relationship between Luke and Leia.
Dude, how weird is
that
that
was
that they actually like they felt like an attraction to each other in that movie.
How weird
And
is it that they
undisguised-
just
They
never
made out, no?
mentioned it again?
Yeah. They made out.
Empire Strikes
They-
Back.
Did they?
No, they never did.
Yeah.
Or did
But
they?
like you
No, they
who's
did
to-
not.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
they
But
probably
who's to say that
alluded.
Luke didn't feel the force when he made out with Leia?
Oh, man.
He
You
probably
know,
gave her the force.
Yeah. He thought he was like, man, I'm gonna smash with this girl after we get out of this spaceship. Once we get off of Tatooine, it's on.
It's
That
on,
ass
man.
is mine.
And then it's like, what do you mean she's my sister?
Yeah, it's
Like
Yeah.
Disney. How about that, man?
like a second cut, like stepsister.
No. Tell me she's my half sister.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's hoping like
That
stepsister.
doesn't help at all.
Nope.
But no, yeah. So
Well, he's
who's
half
the-
guilty at least.
Who's the bad guy in Eternals?
You want me to spoil it? I mean,
I don't give a-
spoiler
Go ahead.
alert.
Go ahead.
All right, so the bad guy. Okay, so the Celestials they make new Celestials by seeding a planet, and then the Celestial kind of just breaks out of the planet, right? So Earth was seeded.
Kind of like how the what's that? The Living Planet from Guardians of the Galaxy was doing it. From the second one, Kirk Russell.
Yeah.
I don't.
That
Yeah.
concept, you know how he like everything was turning
I
blue
don't.
on
What was his name?
Ego, the Living
Ego,
Planet.
yeah.
Ego, the Living Planet. Yeah.
Not quite though. I mean, he was in the Living Planet. They're actually birthed in the planet, and then they fucking bust out, and the planet gets
So
destroyed.
all those people?
Everybody's gonna die.
No, I'm talking about like Rob Stark came out of the ground.
No. they're not Celestials. They're Eternals.
Okay.
Celestials make them.
Right.
But the way to make new Celestials is to seed the planet, and then they bust out. But so that's the plan. And Icarus, the Superman guy, he's the one that he's like, he's for it. He's like, that's my calling. I have to do this. And then all the other Celestials or Eternals, except for one of them, all the other ones are like, no, we can't let that. We fell in love with the people of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
They're too advanced. They deserve to stay, and so they gotta fight that guy. And yeah, that's basically what happens.
Interesting.
Because there was that one guy who looks like a big old green bean.
That's who I seen. Yeah.
Green bean.
He's like some kind of like.
Looks like a bug.
Okay, those are the like they're antagonists too. Supposedly they keep like it's like a checks and balances thing.
Right.
So I don't know. The Celestials made them in order to kind of cause some sort of strife in the world to kind of advance the populations because they need more people to and
Why
energies.
did Marvel make this movie?
You know what? I think it's like some sort of like I think it's gonna okay. So you know how mutants are in the X-Men kind of universe, right?
I feel like this is how the movie pitch actually played out the way you're describing.
Exactly. This is how I felt,
like
man.
this-
It just didn't feel like Marvel at all.
Like,
But
how you're describing it is how they were pitching it to Marvel. Like, well, kind of like they'll do this.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, exactly.
And they're like sold.
It felt like that when you watch it. So like, I feel like it's like an Ancient Aliens type of thing.
Okay.
And so like the fact that they were there teaching, you know, and all this and kind of you know, I don't know, helping the humans kind of survive through the millennia or whatever the fuck, right? I think it kind of caused mutants. I think that's what I think. I don't know. I think it's gonna cause.
So they
mutants.
need these guys to help cause mutants.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen. They
If
didn't
it
talk
ends up
about
being
it.
some
I mean,
multiversal thing where the mutants just show up because of the multiverse, then I don't know. I want to watch the movie.
it's like a cop out kind of thing. that
Yeah,
multiverse
yeah. I want to
sometimes.
watch the movie, but I kind of like.
It's all right. It's all right.
It
was entertaining, but I didn't like it as much as like
We'll see if it's tied in.
Thor
somehow.
Ragnarok.
You know, I think I might watch it. I think I might watch it later today. Actually.
You just want to see the incest cochino.
What's going on? What do we got next on the docket? The politician who pulled down the referee's
I
pants.
mean,
It was a politician who did
It was a politician.
it was a politician.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't think he's anybody well known, but yeah.
Was it a basketball game?
Like
or
a state
volleyball
senator
game?
or
What was
something? Like an
Yeah.
alderman?
Local politician.
An alderman.
Very, very sorry for trying to pull down referees' pants.
Oh my
What
god!
the fuck?
Yeah.
Of course.
He got so into his son's basketball game. I guess they made a call and he wasn't.
Oh, this is like a high school game or some shit?
And he got pissed off. And
That's
so
fucked up.
and so he's bitching the guy out. Can you call up that video, Hans?
So his instinct is to reach at this guy's slacks and try to...
If you watch, he goes like a real quick tug in like an effort to pull
was
him
a
down.
representative? No.
Like, the referee's like, did you see that?
Yeah.
No,
What are you doing?
That's not the same one.
Oh my God.
That was a video from his personal art.
Oh, no, he was. He was a Tennessee State Representative, Jeremy Falson.
Shout out to
Jeremy.
Senator Falson.
Wait, is he from the GOP or what?
Yeah, I think so. He's the right
Yep,
one.
House GOP chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Hey, man.
hey man, they love their sports down in Tennessee.
Oh, hell yeah, they do. What was it, a basketball game?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If you can't find it, no worries. We could just move on to the next topic. But that guy, that was a funny article.
That's
If you get a
fucking
chance
funny,
to.
man.
Anybody watching the show,
Like, where
definitely
does
check out the
your
article.
how does your mind get you
Oh,
there?
I
Like
think this is it. Is this the one? Yeah. Scroll down, Hans. I think there's,
GOP.
You know, my
Caucus.
kid plays basketball, and you get pretty intense. Parents get pretty intense.
yeah, I imagine you do, but
You
like,
know,
but you don't. You know, who, I mean, which one of the parents is gonna be like, you know what, this guy's fucking pissed me off. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go pull down his pants.
well, I mean, obviously,
Especially
that
being such a
was-
public-facing person, like you
Yeah,
have
he's a
to,
fucking
you have to like
like,
pause for a minute, and
representative.
like think, oh wait,
Well, did you see
people are
his
gonna.
apology? He's like, I'm very sorry. I got really into the game. I shouldn't.
Yeah, it's
pull down
he's
his
got the
pants."
tweet right here.
Yeah, it says it right here.
Unfortunately, I acted a fool tonight.
I acted a fool tonight. I'm hoping to be able to make it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I lost my temper on a ref. I wanted to fight. I wanted him to fight me. I totally lost my junk and got booted from the gym.
Hey, this is exactly why we're a fucking laughing stock, man.
Yeah.
This guy is literally Randy Marsh.
Totally lost.
You want to go?
Totally lost my junk. What kind of a head of state? Anything like a fucking leader said that he lost his junk. Wow.
If he runs for office again, they're gonna use that clip of him trying to pull the rest of
Oh, yeah.
Is this who you want as your head of state? No,
He's gonna be on commercials everywhere.
Yeah. Let's deep pants this guy out of office.
Don't vote for Jeremy Faison.
Yeah.
Vote for me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll keep my.
Last
He'll
name
literally
Faison.
take the clothes off your
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a funny article of the week. I like that one a lot. What else we got?
We want to talk about the irony of the world's largest coal port being 100% powered by renewable energy.
Yeah, I heard that. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is that's funny.
That's
like
their way of saving face. Like, oh, but we're,
Yeah.
we're self-sustainable
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't.
in multiple ways.
We've basically like gone even on our
That's
carbon
like,
footprint.
That's like solar powered gas stations being powered by coal to keep them functioning.
Yeah.
There was an LAPD officer who decided to ignore a robbery in progress to catch a Snorlax.
I like this one. This
To
is
what?
a good
To
one.
What was
What?
that? Well, expand on that. What happened?
He was, you know, Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Okay,
I heard
okay,
that. It was two
robbery.
guys.
Yeah, he ignored a robbery because there was a Snorlax on the phone, and he had to go catch that.
Him
Oh
and his
my-
partner.
where did that happen?
It was
Where's
both.
that?
It was both.
Yeah.
It was two
LAPD.
guys. There were two guys playing this, right? Two cops.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was two officers.
Yeah. I mean,
If any,
insurance is going to cover the robbery.
yeah.
Let's be honest. But those cops have lost their insurance.
If Superbad's any indication, they're not gonna catch the guy unless
No.
there was some sort of semen database.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Imagine having to
The
go
guy
back.
fucking ejaculated everywhere.
Imagine having to go back to your
But
commanding
he caught that
officer and,
Snorlax though.
Yeah. They
Oh,
you gotta
man.
go home. What if they were Family Guys? Honey, I lost my job.
Oh my god! How?
Well, you know, my
I had to-
partner-
I had to catch the Snorlax.
The Snorlax was there. We've been trying to catch it for weeks. We've been on the patrol and
Oh, honey.
So, yeah, you know, like that.
How do you explain that?
Yeah, how do you explain
Jesus
that
Christ!
Yeah.
shit? We got the Snorlax. What else we got?
Speaking of semen, a couple of guys tried to rob a bank in Minneapolis with a vial of HIV.
I heard a little bit about that.
I heard about this in Minneapolis, no less. Man, that's crazy.
They put the vial like on the counter, right? Is that what happened?
Wait, so how does that work though? Oh, where's the threat at? Do you start just
I mean, yeah, I guess
leaving it
so.
around and spraying people?
Like, who wants to be sprayed with a vial of HIV infected
So like
blood
a
or
fart
whatever?
spray or something.
I mean, you have to ingest it for you to catch it.
Hey, I like how they had to explain what was in the bag first. Like,
Yeah.
fucking teller's like, "What's this?"
What is that? A spit test?
Well, it's
The
a
crazy thing, it could have just been spit, and they could not have had HIV. Like,
Right.
was it tested for officially have HIV?
Yeah, did it official? Yeah, that's what.
Or were
was
they
it
just
fake?
using spit like in a bottle or like? Because at
I
that
mean,
point, I can
if-
just walk into a bank, start spitting on people, and say, "I have HIV. Give me the money."
right. Yeah, but
I'm
like,
spit
if
on
you're
it.
the teller, exactly. So if you're the teller, are you gonna question it?
But
Like,
it
are
was
you
a
gonna, are you gonna
vial,
sit there
right?
like, show me proof?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
you're gonna be like, fuck that, man. Take that shit.
Yeah,
They got insurance anyway.
yeah. The FDIC insured up to $250,000. So
There you go.
yeah, I'm not gonna take my chances. I'm not gonna join Magic Johnson
Hey, man, he's still alive.
because he's got the monoclonal antibodies.
That's what they don't tell you in Hollywood, man. They got all the secrets, all the money for all the good shit.
Yeah, dude.
And then us working schmucks, gotta fucking go out there and get vaccinated.
There's a patent out there for like an AIDS
Vaccination.
Vaccination. This is what I heard a long time ago. Like you could look it up. Like, there's something that feels oddly cultish about that. Like these cult leaders that just, they get away with murder because they fucking brainwash people into like, oh yeah, you gotta let me touch you. It's the way of the Lord.
Dude, how powerful do you have to be, like mentally, to convince like a group of people, a group of women no less, to say I'm the guy, I'm the savior. You have to sleep with me, otherwise you're not getting in.
Yeah.
You want to get in heaven, right?
Yeah, yeah, like all those.
Just exactly the way Hans said.
Hey,
you want to get in heaven?
Yeah.
Right?
Wasn't there a movie? What was that? The devil with Robert Pattinson, where he was like this creepy
Devil all the time.
Devil all the time. He fucking played this preacher who kind of like he would kind of have little girls or younger girls,
younger
women.
He was taking advantage of like these impressionable girls,
and it would be like
and
that. He'd be like, "You want to get into heaven?"
Like, yeah.
When was that? When did that come out?
That's on Netflix.
Really?
That was a good movie, actually.
What's it
Well,
called?
you know what? It was good because it was well directed and well played and well acted and all that.
Right.
But it's one of those. It's like I felt like the same way.
Movie.
Yeah, I felt the same way about Joker movie.
And said that it's
It's
called
not
the
something you
devil
would
all the
wanna,
time.
like-
Yeah,
Play.
it was great. It's a great movie, but it didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, I felt sad.
Yeah,
I felt sad.
it was like,
Poor
man,
guy.
this movie's fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't watch it before you go to bed.
No.
Texas law enforcement officials arrest DWI suspect with a lit barbecue
Oh,
pit
yeah, I heard about
in his truck bed.
Nice.
Like, it's got to be Texas, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
where else would this fucking happen? Like,
Was
this guy
it
had-
okay? But was he pulled over? Well, because of the pit bed. But
the
then
thing was
he-
smoking, is what I
yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looks like
I'd pull him over too.
Yeah.
He looks like.
He looks like he landed on a grill.
Can we get this photo on to show the people what he looked like?
Yeah.
We'll throw it on the video for them, if possible. No
If
guarantees.
possible, yeah.
What's
but
this
he
guy's
looks
name?
like he looks shocked that he even got pulled over for that. Like,
like,
really?
He's like, really? Yeah.
He's like, my brisket's
Are we
burning.
not in Texas?
Yeah, yeah. I had
He
to-
looks like he's asking about his brisket.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like, how's my brisket?
yeah. That's crazy.
Like, you didn't shut off the grill,
Does it
right?
give his name? Does it give his name?
I like brisket.
Yeah, brisket's good.
Yeah,
Fucking love me some brisket.
Yep.
Man. Some good
Jay
brisket.
Rojas.
Shout out to Jay Rojas.
Hey man, keep on trucking, man.
Yeah. Oh, how about
kinda-
the Jake Paul thing?
Bringing it up a
The
little bit.
Logan Paul one?
Yeah. Or the Logan Paul thing about the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
They're
real.
fake.
That's not staged. That really happened.
He got $3.5 million worth of fake Pokemon cards.
But I don't know.
They weren't even Pokemon cards.
No,
they
they were
opened it up.
G.I.
It was
Joe
G.I.
ones.
Joe
I
cards.
think I would have still been happy if I opened up a box of GI Joe
I like
cards.
Not for
Like-
$3.5 million.
Well, I mean, $3.5 million. They said that box sold, I don't know, multiple times, but it was like 70,000. You know.
and then somebody would resell it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so-
yeah.
See, that's why, man. It's like you got to be careful on what you're buying out there.
I've been wanting signed Mike Tyson gloves for the longest.
Yeah.
And I just don't know where to get them because I can't
You
trust.
need a certificate of authenticity.
I
with
mean, you
anything.
can make a certificate of
No,
authenticity.
they'll also attach a photo with it. Like there are people out there that'll like grade that shit and say this is officially from him.
Yeah,
you can
and then it's
find
like $2,000 or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you can do that, or you can get the $89 one signed by
I can do it
Mike
myself.
Phelps.
Hans could sign them.
Yeah, Mike Phelpson as opposed to Mike Tyson.
I'll sign it with a lisp.
Yeah, it's crazy. $3.5 million. Was 3.7 or $3.5 million dollars, right?
3.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money on bullshit.
Yeah, and then you're talking a big game. Like I got $3.5 million worth of Pokemon
yeah.
cards, bitch. And you look at it like,
The seller said he's gonna refund his money.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, that was yeah. I heard that this morning.
I wonder if they're gonna trail that back then.
Yeah, that's what they were gonna do because the box originated from Canada.
those fucking Canadians, dude.
Hey, that's genius because everybody trusts.
They're always
Canadian.
running game. Always running game.
Yeah,
on
they
everybody.
came from Canada.
Sitting there
that's
with
what-
their free health care.
Right?
Yeah, probably got monoclonal antibodies up the ass. All right. Well, I mean, I think that I don't know. I feel like we gotta leave it on a higher note than what we got going on right now.
I thought that was kind of
Good.
I mean, we could always kind of like shift things around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you wanna close us out then, or who wants to close us out here?
Albert.
Before we close out.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Ready? Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit the notification bell as well.
That's right. Thank you, George.
Anytime.
Remember to follow us on Instagram. I'm Woobs_SOS.
You can follow me Arkham2442 personally, or you can follow us on the podcast page as well. So
Yeah, just follow the
link to the YouTube channel is going to be on there. If you're watching this right now, we appreciate you guys checking us out. Please like, share, and subscribe. We plan on having these out, at least maybe twice a month.
We're hoping
So,
for twice. Well, we're gonna do twice a month.
So, leave some comments down below. Tell us what we can improve upon. We always like the positive feedback, or you just want to talk shit to us. Have at it.
Yeah, make fun of us.
Yeah, have at it.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Peace.
Thank you.